Hey everyone, welcome back to Narc Exposed. I'm Liam, and today we're going to be looking at the first stage of the narcissistic abuse cycle, love bombing. Now, if you're new here, the cycle usually goes something like this: idealization, devaluation, discard, and hoover. Today, we're starting right at the beginning, the idealization phase, when everything feels too good to be true, because it usually is. I want to start by talking about my own experience. One of the covert narcissists I was in a long-term relationship with was what I'd call a hard love bomber. She went all in, constant attention, affection, flattery, and once she sensed I was locked in, she doubled down. It's strange looking back, because I remember the exact moment I told her I liked her. My mouth went dry, my voice nearly failed me. It was like my body didn't want to say it, and I thought, wow, this must be what it feels like when you've met the one. But no. Now I know that was my body warning me. It was trying to say, this person isn't safe. Even on our very first date, we went out for some drinks at a local pub. Afterwards, we kissed in the car park. And again, my body was trembling, shaking, but I convinced myself it was adrenaline or excitement. It wasn't. It was my body screaming at me. And the first real red flag came straight after. She walked off, waved, and said, "I love you." On the first date. I thought I'd misheard. No one says that, right? But no, I heard it loud and clear. That was pure, undiluted love bombing at its finest. The thing about narcissists during the love bombing stage is they study you. They're like emotional scientists. They watch, they listen, they collect data, they learn what makes you tick, your tone, your values, your humour, your interests, even how you text. Then they reflect it back at you. That's called mirroring. I've seen it more than once. I went on a few dates with another narcissist, a malignant one, a huge step up from my ex, and she was obsessed with mirroring me over text. She copied my style, my tone, even the way I used punctuation. And when I mentioned it, she actually said, "Oh wow, we have the same texting style." And in the moment, I thought that was cute. Like, hey, what are the odds? But no, it was a tactic. It's an easy way for them to build connection without any real emotional investment. Love bombing can look different for everyone. Sometimes it's constant compliments or gifts. Sometimes it's intense communication, messages all day, good mornings, good nights, and constant check-ins. For me, it was little gestures that made it seem genuine. I remember she baked me some cookies once, brought them over on a plate, smiling, and I thought, wow, that's really sweet. And that's someone who cares. But now I see it differently. It wasn't about giving, it was about validation. The high she got from watching me react. It wasn't love, it was theatre. Looking back, I joke about it. I should have been grateful they weren't poisoned. The malignant narcissist that I recently dated, she was a whole different level. She studied me for weeks before we even met. She knew exactly what to say, what to like, what to dislike. We had what felt like instant chemistry, great rapport. And I'll be honest, I thought she was brilliant, intelligent, charismatic, confident, but when we finally met in person, something was off. It was like watching a performance. Entertaining? Yes, but fake. And I could tell straight away. Because that's what narcissists are, performers, actors in their own story, looking for a co-star they can control. The love bombing stage is the most dangerous part of the narcissistic cycle because it feels amazing. It feels like being chosen, seen, adored, but really it's a trap. They're securing their next dopamine hit, you. You're their next high, their next emotional fix. And once you're hooked, once you believe the illusion, the rest of the cycle begins. Devaluation, discard, and the hoover when they try to suck you back in. So, if you're experiencing something that feels too intense, too fast, too perfect, stop. Breathe. Ask yourself, is this connection real? Or is it being performed for me? Because once you see the pattern, you'll never unsee it. If you've been through something similar, share your experience in the comments below. You're not alone. Recovery starts with awareness. And as always, subscribe to survive. Until next time, it's Liam, over and out.